This is Cable 18, the Cherry Hill Public Schools television station.
Good evening, and welcome to the West Report. I'm Mark Ekman.
And I'm Melanie Candelori. Last weekend, the students of the music department took a 4-day trip to Toronto, Canada to compete in Canada's Wonderland Competition of Music, with high schools from across the country competing. Competition took place on Friday and Saturday with an awards banquet on Saturday night. West Singers won first place and received the Grand Championship of Choral. The marching band won second place out of 9 bands, with percussion rating second highest. Wind ensemble also won second, jazz band placed third, and orchestra received a superior rating. Congratulations to all the students who participated and put in these excellent performances.
Last Thursday, an Israeli Supreme Court judge who headed the committee that sentenced Nazi war criminal Ivan the Terrible to death spoke at a lecture sponsored by the World Affairs Club. The judge, Dov Levin, spoke before a crowd of 60 concerned students. Judge Levin spoke about the trial of Demyanjuk, alias Ivan the Terrible, and said that the case led to many sleepless nights. He said that he and the rest of the panel went to extremes to keep impartial and look at the facts, not the emotional aspect of the case. Even though the trial was a painful experience, he also referred to it as just a case. He asked that students look at the trial of Demyanjuk as a morality lesson.
On Thursday, May 26th, elections will be held here at West for governor and lieutenant governor of the class governments and president and vice president of SGO. Slates for the governor and lieutenant governor of 89 are T.J. Locke and M.J. Lewin and Becky Greenstein and Clayton Duvall. For the class of 1990, candidates are David Cohen and Albert Savalas, Abby Green and Dana Pearson, and Stephanie Safran and Karen Wilding. For the class of 91, they are Jean Choi and Debbie Charnett, Drew Golan and Justin Smith, Lynn Elias and Barbara Horvath, Ellie Karetny and Terry Malash, Jennifer McCammon and Brian Slatkin, Julia Dashoff and Nikki Appalucci, and Christine Pajak and Shelley Gears. Running for president and vice president of the student government organization are Andrew Hannes and Whitney Rothschild, and Michael Lindenbaum and Jason Sunkett. Elections will take place during homeroom, and students must be present to vote. Good luck to all the candidates. And now here's Brian Slatkin with this week's sports.
This week, the varsity baseball team is ranked 9th in the Inquirer. Last Tuesday, the team beat Camden 21-0. Then, on Thursday, they beat Overbrook 6-1. Friday, the team suffered only its second defeat of the season by losing to Washington Township 2-1 in a thrilling game. Then, the team rebounded and beat Paula 6 4-3 on Monday. Last Wednesday, the varsity lacrosse team defeated Cherokee 11-6. On Thursday, the team beat Willingboro 19-6. And in intramural sports activity, last Thursday, sophomore Robert Kocher took first place in the semi-annual phys ed golf tournament in the grass event, while sophomore Darlene Gaughan took first place in the net event. Robin DiCurzo hit a 39-yard hole-in-one. That's the sports. Back to you, Mark.
And now here's Drew Hannes with this week's exciting edition of What's Hip.
Hi, I'm Drew Hannes, and I'm here to tell you what's hip. Earlier this year, I did a review on folk singer Suzanne Vega. Well, once again, there's another folk singer making her debut. This time, it's on the Electric label. Her name is Tracy Chapman. Her self-entitled album is definitely hip. Her style and lyrics are similar to Suzanne Vega, but her voice sounds a lot like Joan Armstrong. The album features Tracy's talents as a singer and as an acoustic guitar player. Finder, Tuesday, May 24th, 6 a.m. to 10 p.m., live right here at Cherry Hill West. WPEN 95 AM will be broadcasting live. I'll see you next time on What's Hip?
The senior class will hold its prom this Thursday. The theme of the prom is For Just a Moment. Pictures will start at 7 p.m., and there will be dinner and dancing from 8 p.m. until 1 a.m. The prom will be held at the Cherry Hill Eye on Route 70. Best wishes to all who attend, and keep in mind the wreck out in front of the school, and don't drink and drive. Next Friday, May 27th, PAVIS, the Performing and Visual Arts Society, will present their 18th Annual Arts Festival. The festival will be held in the Delaware Gym and the auditorium here at West during school hours. Features will include a crafts demonstration, art exhibitions, culinary art exhibits, and performing arts. Everyone is welcome, and PAVIS invites all to attend. Tonight at 7:30, the music department will hold its annual spring concert in the auditorium. The concert will feature West singers, jazz ensemble, and vocal airs. Many other musical groups will perform. So for an enjoyable night of beautiful music and singing, come to the West Auditorium tonight at 7:30.
Tonight, following the junior school news, Cable 18 will once again present the Film Forum with host Joe Truitt. Our special guest tonight will be Ken Garland of the radio station WPEN, and they will be talking about the zany comedies of the 30s and 40s, and will show His Girl Friday, starring Cary Grant and Rosalind Russell. So be sure to tune in tonight after the junior school news. Thank you for watching the West Report. Tune in again next week at this same time. Good night.
Good night.
Hello, this is Elizabeth Eastwood and Michelle Darnell with the Wednesday, May 18th edition of EastCast. As all you seniors know, this weekend is the senior prom and excitement is building. Also, Michelle and I have deemed today Hat Day. In the news this week is the blood drive, the last TGIF night, Bucks County one-act competition, the choral concert, and of course, sports. Wednesday, May 11th, the drama department took students to the Bucks County Play Festival in Pennsylvania. They were there for a day of one-act competition. The two lead plays from East's one-act competition, the juniors' Death and the sophomores' Inherit the Wind, competed against 8 other plays from area schools. Death was judged to be the best play at the festival, and its director, David Weiner, was given an award for excellence in directing. Other awards given to East students were Best Actor, Matt Markoff, and Excellence in a Supporting Role, Christy Knight. Wednesday evening after the judging, the students were treated to a performance featuring Tammy Grimes. Then there was an awards ceremony where East made an impressive showing. Congratulations on all the great performances. On May 12th and 13th, East held its annual spring blood drive. Any 17-year-old student could donate with parental consent, and all 18-year-olds were eligible. The Red Cross, with help from Student Congress, set up the library for efficient blood gathering. This year's chairmen were Ravi Goel, Lisa Schwanger, and Robert Spitz. To all those who participated in giving or organizing, thanks very much. You've made this year's blood drive a success.
Friday, May 20th, from 7:30 to 11 is the last TGIF night. So if you've been to the others and had a good time, or if you've missed them so far, don't forget to be there. There'll be lots to do: basketball, volleyball, video games, MTV, the group Green Eggs and Ham, food, and tons of fun. So when you're making plans for this weekend, don't forget TGIF night. It's your last chance. This Thursday night, May 19th, at 8 o'clock, is the Spring Chorus and Orchestra Concert. The concert will feature music performed by the East Singers, Chansons, Madrigals, the Bells of East, Vocal Workshop, String Ensemble, and Orchestra. Recently, several of the groups went to compete in Annapolis, Maryland. They all came back with superior awards, the highest possible. With talent like this, the concert is sure to be a success. Don't forget, that's this Thursday at 8 o'clock. Starting tomorrow, East Marching Band will be back in session and hard at work. Why? Because next weekend, from May 27th to the 30th, the marching band will be going to Disney World. They'll be performing in 3 parades at the Magic Kingdom and will have access to the park, Mickey Mouse, and Space Mountain for 3 days. They'll be spending a day at Wet n Wild in Orlando also. The trip is sure to be fun for all of the 150 marching band members going. The newly elected officers for the class of 1989 are beginning their planning for a dynamite senior year. Haleh Rabizadeh is here with President Amy Shapiro, Vice President Brandon Graham, and Publicity Manager Kimbo Metis. Secretary-Treasurer Ina Lee was unable to be with us today.
Brendan, can you tell me a few things about what you're going to be doing at the start of the school year?
Well, we have Spirit Week and Homecoming, and we're going to try to get as many people involved as possible next year. And we hope we have a great time doing that. And at the very beginning, there's also a picnic at the very beginning of the year where all the seniors come in and get some free food and listen to DJs and stuff like that. So that's what's
Is
happening
this
at the beginning.
Is this the first time we're going to be having this picnic? I never heard of it. Or
I
something
guess I haven't heard of it either because I've never been a senior before. But I guess it's the first time for us.
Okay, thank you. Kim and Amy, what are we going to be doing later on in the year?
All right,
Special-
there is so much going on later in the year.
What do we have? We have Powder Puff, and we're going to win this
We're
year.
going to win this year.
We're gonna-
Last year, scratch it from the records. This year, seniors are going to win.
We're
Next
gonna
year,
kill the
seniors
juniors.
are gonna- Yep. And then we have our Florida class trip over presidential weekend, and
gonna
that is
soak up some
Disney
rays.
World. Yep, Disney World. Mickey there.
Yep.
All right, and then we have our senior prom, which this year will be held on Thursday.
That means no school. Well, school Friday, but not legally school Friday. But we don't have
You
to
get
go.
But really, you're
You
not
get
going to
the
go. None of us are going to go, right?
Yep, and then we have the big graduation.
I'm psyched for that.
Yep.
Are you planning anything special for the events yet? Anything different than the other years, or just we're going to win them all?
We're gonna win them.
We're gonna win them.
Yeah.
A run-of-the-mill
89.
senior year.
No, an excellent senior year.
Yeah, excellent.
Okay, thank you very much, Amy, Brendan, Kim. This has been Haleh Rabizadeh from EastCast.
This Saturday, May 21st, is the social event of the year, the Senior Prom. Chair people Terry Pearl and Scott Hodis are expecting over 700 people at the Phoenix Room of the Garden State Park. This year's theme song is I Had the Time of My Life from the movie Dirty Dancing. The Senior Prom promises lots of dancing, flowers, a buffet dinner, and pictures. So don't miss the biggest event of the year. See you at the Senior Prom Saturday. The East baseball team has been having an incredible season so far this year. They are currently ranked number 1 in the conference, and junior Glenn Foley is on a home run hitting streak. Foley has hit 7 home runs this season. The team is coached by Mr. Dave Martin, who had a chance to talk with Drew Katz earlier this week.
Coach Martin, the team is off to a 16-2 record. What are the keys to the team's success so far in the season?
A couple things. First of all, we've had good pitching. Had a pitching staff back that only had 4 wins. And they started off preseason by throwing strikes, and that continued throughout the season. Second contributing factor is our team defense. And the third thing is their work habits in practice. They play like they practice. So those 3 things are all our ingredients for our early success.
What happens after the regular season, which ends next week?
We have Triton tomorrow, West Friday, and Pennsauken next week. If we're fortunate enough to win all 3 games, then we win the league outright. We have a 1-game lead against West, and we're in the driver's seat. And after the league, then we have 2 tournaments to look forward to.
What are your expectations for those tournaments if you do beat those teams you just mentioned?
Well, the Diamond Classic is the best 16 teams from South Jersey, and you have your conference winners from each league. You have Gloucester Catholic, Pennsville, Pemberton, and so forth, and it's the 9 leagues best against everyone else's best. And, it's a single-game elimination, and, anything can happen. We play 3 consecutive Saturdays if you win.
Well, thank you very much for taking your time out to be here with us today. Good luck against Triton tomorrow.
Okay, thank you.
This is Drew Katz for EastCast. Now back to you, Michelle.
Congratulations to the Cherry Hill East men's track team. For the first time in 16 years, the men's team won the Olympic Conference by defeating three-time defending champs Edgewood 84-47. On Saturday, the team followed their triumph over Edgewood with a first-place victory in Division II of the Camden County Boys Track and Field Championships. The team scored 66 points to easily outdistance their competition. Senior Keith Parham and junior Chuck Ducharme scored 20 of the team's 66 points, with their 1-2 finishes in the 100-meter and 200-meter sprints. Although Parham was awarded first place in both events, Ducharme was timed with exactly the same times of 11.2 seconds and 22.6 seconds in both races. East also was spurred on to the championship by victories from Floyd Lewis in the 400 and Brian Curley in the shot put. Chris Davis took first in the intermediate hurdles, while Bob Mueller won the high jump for the Cougar team. Howard Macon second place in the discus, Greg Heights third place in the 1600, as well as a third place group finish in the 1600-meter relay, all combined to lead the team to victory in the meet. On Monday, the team followed their victory and beat Camden 117-14. But last Friday's win was the most crucial for the team. Andrea Weinberg spoke with Coach Lou Frank and Keith Parham, Floyd Lewis, Steve LaBelle, and Chuck Ducharme.
Keith, what did your wins over Paul VI and Highland mean for the team?
Well, overall, I think our team did a pretty good job. In the 100 and 200 meters, we got 1 and 2 for that knockout punch. And right there, I thought that brought out the lead, and that was over after that meet. And then our distance team, stole a couple of points, and then Curley controlled over in the weight events. What this meant for the team was for us that we won the Camden County meet for the first time, and we also won the Olympic Conference for the first time in 16 years, and I'm proud to be on this team.
And Chuck, what are some of the things that East has done to encourage support for the team?
We sell hats and T-shirts, and we have a banquet and a booster club throughout the year.
Floyd and Steve, to what do you attribute your success this season?
Well, in the beginning of the season, we had over 100 kids that tried out for the team, and in each meet, only the top 3 in each event get to go. So those who wanted to go had to work harder to be able to go to the meets.
And Steve?
Well, I think the team is based on tradition and friendship, rather on a heavy emphasis on winning. So the heights and the times, will all come naturally. We really work on form, and the coaches help out a lot.
Coach Frank, what are your plans for the future of the team?
Well, certainly we're going to lose a few seniors that have helped a great deal, but as you know, we have 3 juniors back, Ducharme, Floyd, and Lobel, and quite a few others, so we should have a pretty good team. One of the problems that we do have is that there's not much track emphasis in Cherry Hill, and Pete Monska, who's the director of recreation, assures me that we're going to have a recreation program from August 1st to August 5th here at Cherry Hill East, and perhaps we can attract a lot of the younger youth in Cherry Hill to participate in this program. Also, the real plus to our program is our assistant coaches. We have Vince Grimaldi. People don't know it. He was the captain out at North Carolina's basketball team, and he knows an awful lot about track, very modest. We have Coach Tony Sipp, who by the way, the other 16 years ago, he was one of the coaches that won the championship for us. And, of course, Dennis Smythe, who's our distance coach. So with those people back, we should have a very, very good program next year.
Well, thank you very much for your time. This is quite a success for the team. This has been Andrea Weinberg for EastCast.
The girls' track team also had a good showing at the Camden County meet. The team tied for 3rd place. The meet was a total team effort by all the girls. Andrea Rubio placed 3rd in the 100, while Amy Morrison came in 4th in the 800. Michelle Lumpa took 4th in the 1600 and 5th in the 3200. In the intermediate hurdles, Sue Compton placed 3rd, and the girls' 1600 relay also took 3rd. Joanne Jennings had a great day, taking 3rd in the shot put and 2nd in the discus, establishing a new school record. Liz Griesbach took 4th in the javelin, and Alexandra Bartnikowski came in 3rd in the high jump with a jump of 4.8. Brandy Thompson had a good day and got 2 new personal bests. On Monday, the girls beat Camden 77-45 to finish the season with a record of 5-3. Personal bests were recorded by Liz Griesbach, Dina Davis, Nazarene Mulavi, and Michelle Lempa. Good luck to those going on to the Olympic Championship.
On the golf course, East hasn't been faring as well. The golf team has been dealt 2 straight losses by Pennsauken and Washington Township. Pennsauken defeated East 6-0, but Dan Berenger was a medalist with a 38. John Mastrangelo was a medalist at the Wedgwood match with a 38 also. The game ended in a 5-1 loss for East. Well, that's all for EastCast this week. Stay tuned for Film Forum with guest Ken Garland. Tonight's feature will be His Girl Friday with Cary Grant and Rosalind Russell. Thanks to Miss Peggy Beck, our advisor, Mr. Gordon Hampson, our cameraman and editor, and Jeff Kahn, our other cameraman. This has been Elizabeth Eastwood and Michelle Darnell signing off on this Hat Day edition of EastCast to go and get ready for the prom.
Hold on, today's only Wednesday. The prom's not until Saturday.
So I'll be ready a little early. Besides, there's so much to do. My hair, my nails, my dress, my shoes.
Till Saturday and the prom, tonight we leave you with Ophelia, primping for the prom by her favorite white poodle mannequin. Good night, Ophelia.
Good evening, I'm Ashley Greenfield and this is Carusi News. Melissa Connell already mentioned last week about the Presidential Academic Fitness Award and how proud we are to have 83 students qualify for it. The award looks like this, and it was accompanied by a letter signed by the President of the United States. Induction ceremonies of the John Carusi chapter of the National Junior Honor Society will take place tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. in our gymnasium. If you're wondering about these decorations, our Carusi News staff held a surprise birthday party in honor of Mr. Stagliano on Monday morning. Happy birthday, Mr. Stagg. Now we move on to Aviva Kushner with sports. Oh, you know Aviva. She's the one who does the special days of the month. Well, now she's debuting as our sportswoman. Take it away, Aviva.
Thank you, Ashley. On Thursday, the Mustang track team gained another win over Glen Landing. The score was a whopping 111-65. The Carusi track was on a roll, for on Friday they ran over our rival Beck with a stunning victory of 122-82. As usual, many dazzling times were turned in by all. Unfortunately, the 7th grade Lady Mini Mustang softball team were not as successful. On Thursday, they lost to Beck with a close 3-4 defeat. And on Friday, after a tough battle with Delran, the final score was 14-7 against Carusi. The 7th grade boys baseball team fared better in this 2-day combination. They captured a 12-5 victory over Beck. In the 4th inning, they carried out a triple play, which vanquished the opposition. Friday, March 13th was indeed lucky for the 8th grade girls softball. The team united and together defeated Beck. The final score was 9-7. The South Jersey baseball teams must have heard about the Mustang Power, because on Monday, for the game after school, the team Christ of King, which was supposed to play Carusi at home, never showed. Thus ends another exciting week of sports here at Carusi Junior School. Back to you, Ashley.
That was very good, Aviva, especially for your first time. Well, do you expect anything less? The 7th grade student elections are coming along smoothly. The candidates' speeches and election will take place Friday, May 27th. Last Wednesday, Carusi held their annual spring concert. As usual, the students did an outstanding job and the audience was very receptive. I hope you get the same feeling as I did as you watch a little bit of the special. Thank you. I'm Ashley Greenfield signing off for Carusi News. As you can see, the audience got into it also, singing God Bless America with the children.
This is Cable 18 of the Cherry Hill Public Schools television station.